1 Corinthians 8 1 to 13. So Paul is talking about like eating meat and eating food sacrificed to idol, but he wanted to make a bigger idea than that, which is to not stumble the weaker brother or sister. So he said that some people have knowledge, like full knowledge, that idols are nothing, that God is supreme. However, he does say that there are like lower spirit than God, like in this world, like he says right here, as indeed there are many gods and many lords. So like spiritual powers, as God allowed them to. However, God is supreme. There's only one God, the Father, from whom all things and we exist for him, and one Lord, Jesus Christ, whom are all things, and we exist through him. So God is God and Jesus is Lord. However, and they are supreme. However, although we have this knowledge, and some people would like go off and dine in idols, like central for with that knowledge, and they're fine with it. There's You have to think of the weaker brother or sister. They see that, they're like, oh, okay, so I can eat food to idol. But the thing is that when they eat it, they feel guilty and they're going against their conscience. So God says that if you do things and it's not in faith, it does not please him. And so when you're violating your conscience, you're violating the thing that God put there to tell you what is right and wrong. Your like things that are gray area in the Bible, there's the conscience that will steer the person in the right way. However, they're violating their conscience, so they like it's actually pretty scary, because Paul says that who is weak is ruined, the brother or sister whose sake Christ died. So we're wounding their conscience. We're causing the brother to sin. It says that it's a stumbling block, and the word is ruin. So I don't know how ruin in like, do they lose their salvation? What is ruin? Like, do they scar their conscience? So yeah, it's a wounding the conscience. So and they're sinning, causing them to sin. And so he said that if that is the case, if food causes my brother to sin, I will never eat meat again, so that I will not cause my brother to sin. So he's saying that so he's making it very clear that if don't do anything that will cause your brother and sister to sin. Love is the better way. Knowledge puffs up, but love edifies. Love builds up. And so we would do things that we know would not hurt our brother or sister, because we are doing it out of love. And I think that's the main thing. I mean, some people but the thing is that everything we do, we're gonna like even though it might be unintentional, like people always take things in the wrong way. And so I think we shouldn't like look around too much either, because then what liberty is there for us to do it? I think we just have to consider the people around us and treat them with love. But if we're in a group and there are people who are vegetarian, who thinks that killing animal is cruelty, and then there are meat eaters, we can't try to please everyone. We're gonna offend one person or not. And so either way, I think the main thing is, when we do it, are we violating our conscience? Is God putting something in our heart where it's like, no, you shouldn't do that right now, even though you have the liberty to? Are we violating our own conscience? when we're doing things like that is not loving. And I think we have to, I think that is the guideline, not that, oh, the guideline is anyone sinning because of me. We can't possibly know that. And even people who are very godly, there are people who look at them and find fault with them. So we can't please everyone.